Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf, P45 Knuckle Down Golf. That's right here in Central Georgia. We got everything you need right now. I got the tech, I got the video, I got the bays, I got the numbers. My partner, by the way, www.thegolfpub.com. Check them out. Go have some fun up there. But for development purposes, for swing training, for everything we're doing, they're the facility. I got the goods. I got the information. I got the important facts about the golf swing and how it works. More importantly, I got the custom design plan for you. A lot of players be like, well, I work on this, I work on that, I work on this. And I'm like, are you really doing what I'm talking about? And they see and they start to go, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you're not getting it done is the problem. So the big thing about the process and the purpose of having my plans and programs in place, by the way, up to 40% off holiday pricing right now. Come on now, let's do it. It's one thing to understand, learn, know what to do. It's another thing to actually develop it and make it happen to where it's going to be a part of your outputs, your true swing, if you will. That's where my job comes. But I guide my players with what to do, how to work on. The other part is most players are actually, unfortunately, wasting too much time because they go get set. You know, they did their YouTube last night. Oh, I saw on the YouTube. And I'm like, well, okay, I guess. And they go out the range and bang on. Saw yesterday, heard it yesterday. Players swinging away as fast as they can and erroring and then getting all, you know, you hear it all the time, right? Just like, that's not how it's done. Like, and I sat there in the middle of a range, and I credit the young man for doing an absolute outstanding job yesterday. And I worked him through the process. Part of it is he already put in the time. We already did the development in the bay. So taking him to the range and the course was much easier. And we worked through it in an appropriate way with focus and appropriate measured application. And it started to click, and the things we had been doing started to show. And so we took that from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, all the way out to the course, and we started to really make the connections. And so too many players just wasting their time. And here's the other thing. There is a point in time where, yes, getting to the course, getting to the range, getting to the short game, outside is important. However, I basically make that decision for players when it's appropriate to do that and when it's not, because there isn't a time to not do it. And here's the two things I always hear all the time. Time is a load of crap. When I hear somebody say, I ain't got time, I'm like, no, you're choosing to do other things with your time. Go write out a calendar 7 days a week, 24-hour blocks, black out everything that's a must. Got to work, got to sleep, but whatever. And then go see where your boxes are, and then go figure out what the heck you're doing during those box times. You're going to find out you have way more time than you think. So I don't want to hear that excuse. That's not true. Second, what do you do with your time? You don't need 3 hours. You need to do appropriate, measured, focused, feedbacked. Repetition is the magic bullet, okay? It's the only magic bullet that exists, repetition. I've had players go literally tell me, I'm on the road at least 5 days a week, 50 weeks out of the year. I'm barely at home. I say, great. You're in a hotel every night and you got a mirror, right? Yes. Boom. All you got to do is this. Every week, you're going to go on the road. You're going to do this. And look, something as simple as this. Something as stupid as a formed grip. You ain't need no. You just need something to put your hands on, basically, that represents the golf club. Forget about the rest of this crap up here. Get in that mirror. I showed you. You do this. I don't want you to do that. I want you to go this way now instead. This way, that way. This way, that way. It's pretty simple. This is not rocket science. Look, John, just rehearse this over and over and just feel like that's a new way of trying to start your downswing as an example. And just get as many reps as you can. You got all this time in the hotel anyway. Why not? Right? And then over time, every Saturday you come in, we look at it, we move on. I see you try it, and I go, hey, cool, looking better. Nice job, John. Let's go to this now this week. Now this week. Now this week. Now, granted, I will say this. It took John easily 12 to 15 months before we saw massive changes in his ability to hit the ball and play the game. But that's the case for basically anyway. Anyways, Go find my article. I'm going to post it again. I'm getting so sick of people saying, crap. Bull hockey. We've known this for 20 plus freaking years. It exists all around. So the point is that this can be done in so many ways. Oh, I'm in the office all day. Great. You got 13 and a half minutes between phone calls. Get your butt up out the damn chair. Grab your little thingy and go do it. Go do what we're working on. Get those reps in. Reps is the key to real change, period, the end. And so I am in place with my players based off their situations. Everything's customized to the players. There is no one way. Well, what's the magic? How does this work for everybody? Well, it works for everybody differently. Everybody got different ways of doing it. But the point is, you got way more time than you think you do. And of the time you have, you ain't using it wisely. I can tell you that right now for most folks. So we got to change that. And the whole key is this. What do you want to do next year? Do you want to play the same golf you played this season? Do you want it to just remain where you are? Or do you want to move forward? Do you want to wake up every Sunday morning, go play against your 3 buddies, and just beat the pants off of them? Or do you want to keep handing them your money half the time, if not more? That's up to you. If you ain't got goals, then don't worry about it. That was a conversation I had yesterday. I said, here's half the problem. I don't mind doing these tournaments and stuff, and that's fine. But, a lot of these players in these tournaments, like, they don't play much golf. They don't have goals. Or they play a lot of golf, and they're just trying to win some money for their team, and they're pretty much kind of where they want to be. Like, you ask them, well, what are your goals? What are you like? Are you trying to do anything? You trying to achieve anything? And they're like, no, I'm pretty happy with my game. And I'm like, I can't help you then. You ain't got nothing missing. You just said the key word. I'm pretty happy. Bye. Come back someday. Come back. So the key to this is to wrap this quick one up, hopefully here, is that what are you doing for your game today? Right now. Do you have something ready to go? As simple as a formed stupid grip or a weighted club that's cut off or whatever. I posted on Twitter a guy in an office and people laugh like, oh, I've done this hundreds of times. I worked for Golf Tech for almost 8 years. And I had the same story come in the door. Well, I want to do it, but I don't have time. John, you got time. Sit down, write out a block schedule for me. Well, what do you do? Travel. Okay, travel. Oh, office. Oh, okay, office. Whatever. I got guys that, they're delivery drivery guy, whatever, right? He keep a cut off club in his car in between deliveries and sit there over and over again all day long, working on understanding what we're talking about. Learning the ability to move does not require hitting a golf ball. I've done this for too many years, and if you all want to argue about it, let's do it then. Let's do a live session, and I'll take you through how this works with the players I've done this with. It can be done. It has been done, and I know how to appropriately customize the program to make sure it works for you. Don't tell me you ain't got time. That's not true. Tell me you're not committed. Fine. Tell me that sounds like that'll take too long. Fine. Well, do you have 8 hours a day, 5 days a week is my next question then. You don't. Yeah, I know. I don't know anybody that does. So we can't overcome that factor. So at least give 20 minutes a day doing it appropriately, and we'll move forward eventually. And it's just going to take a while. It's going to take a while, unfortunately, but we will. The key is get to the other side. When you get to the other side and you look back, you'll go, oh, man, thank God I did this. Like, yeah, exactly. Now we're moving on to other and bigger things. Like maybe you're going to go win a club championship or something. But how you go about and what you're doing to try to improve, I cannot stress how critical it is that it has to be specific, precise, measurable, and done correctly. Also, here's the other problem. I see people working on things all the time, and then I look at their swing, and I'm like, that couldn't be further from the appropriate thing that you should be working on right now. What are you doing out here? Honestly, it makes me sad, to be honest. I feel bad for him because I wish I could get the message across to him. So if you want to learn all this stuff for yourself, if you want to get a completely different view, and that's a big key right now, more than anything, I want every player in Central Georgia to at least come learn and figure out what's going on with this process that I'm working on already with a bunch of students and hopefully more as time moves on here. And the big lesson sales, and it's the best time to do it because then you can get all in and decide and then choose the package you want and move on. And And that's the part, appropriate repetitions, thinking and learning and understanding how this affects and what it's going to do for me, so on, so are so critical to this process. So went a little long, but I wanted to get that one out there. I got lots of stuff that I'm trying to pump out right today. So for now, that's Ryan Carpenter, P45 Knuckle Down Golf, right here with No BS Golf. Catch you later.